भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति शांति शांति। मुंडकोपनिषद थर्ड मुंडक सेकंड खंड मंत्र 8 यथा नद्य स्यन्दमानाः समुद्रे अस्तं गच्छन्ति नामरूपे विहाय तथा विद्वान् नामरूपाद् विमुक्तः परात् परं पुरुषम् उपैति दिव्यम्। How a jnani gains Brahma Bhava or Brahma Prapti, that means becoming Brahma or gaining Brahma, in the sense discovers one's true nature to be nothing but Chaitanya Sarupa, Brahma only. Hitherto, because of ignorance, there was mistaken identity with the embodied body, mind, intellect, all those. Now what has happened is, by proper inquiry and proper preparation of the mind which generally gets preoccupied in the external world of sense object, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, is withdrawn. The mind is no more registering any imprints of the Vishayas in terms of 5 stimuli. That mind is what? Is the mind wherein the Chaitanya Swarupa Atma gets manifest. Remember, gets manifest, not you are not making manifest. Gets manifest in its true nature. Shruti comes and tells, this is your Swarupa. This is Atma. This is Brahma. This itself is what? Moksha. Moksha, in a sense, total freedom from either to erroneously suffered calamitous samsara. In terms of sukha dukkha, very what? Sorrow-ridden all experience. They were mistakenly taken to be my Swarupa, which is no more, because the Swarupa Chaitanya, free from all those, as a result, free from all sorrows, and
revealing, manifesting its Paramanda Swarupa by itself, because that's self-evident. Swaprakasha, not by any other means or any other instrument like Antakaran, etc. That is itself is what? Moksha, that is one Swarupa. Now, such a person, what happens? When they discover the Swarupa, he gets freed from the hitherto specific individuality of the Jiva having specific name and form. The individuality of oneself, the name and form, of course, belong to Upadhi only, embodiment only. It has got stuck to himself. No more. All that is there is only the Parabrahma Swarupa Chaitanya and Chaitanya only. So that is explained here with an illustration of the rivers merging in ocean. Any river originating from any nook and corner of the world, following any route whatsoever, finally has to merge in the ocean, which is or in its direction. No other way. Now here the illustration is like this. Since the source, Ugama, the source of the river, until it merges in the ocean, it had a specific name and specific path. Name: Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Sindhu, Kaveri, Godavari, like that. What is the form? The track, the route, how it follows. Sometimes bending, this thing, straight, all this. Sometimes what? Vigorously, sometimes very slowly, depending on the terrain. The Rupa. It had that as if an individuality, Ganga, Yamuna, etc. Once it merges in the ocean, there is no such individuality. You cannot distinguish this is Ganga and this is ocean. The water merges in water. The water which had hitherto the Nama Rupa is no more, has no more Nama Rupa. All that is there is only oceanic water only. Earlier also, truly speaking, it was water and water only. But gave an appearance of distinct individuality in terms of such and such river having such and such route. In and through it was water and water only, merged in the ocean water only, but hitherto the identifying or distinct marks of Nama and Rupa just gets ended. That's what I say, Yatha, just Sandamana Nadya. The flowing rivers, of course, rivers have to flow. You may put a bund up to a certain extent. After that, you have to release the water. It has to flow. Dadya Namarupe Vihaya Samudre Astam Gachanti. Namarupe Vihaya. Having given up the specific individuality of having the specific name and form. Name and the root having given up. Its true nature, what is that? You'll know what is the water only. So therefore, vihaya samudre astam gachanti. They astam gachanti. They disappear. How? Where? In ocean. As water and water alone. No more Ganga, no more Yamuna, no more Sindhu, no more Godavari, no more Kaveri, no more Brahmaputra. Only water. That is how a Jnani was Chaitanya Swarupa, but due to ignorance had the individuality of the Jiva, so and so. Now discovers himself to be free from this. The Chaitanya Swarupa, Brahma and Brahma only. So, just as this illustration of rivers merging in ocean. Tatha, yatha, tatha. In the same way, same manner, vidwan. In our local language, or mother tongue, whatever it may be, generally vidwan means what? Scholarly person, learned person. But here in this context, vidwan stands for Brahma Jnani, Atma Jnani. So the one vidwan is Brahma Jnani, Nama Rupad Vimukta. Vimukta, totally freed from, having abandoned them. So what from what? Freed from? Nama Rupa. The hitherto individuality which has got stuck up to him because of the embodiment he was carrying and its name and form. Now what given up? No more. So Vimukta. Parat Param Divyam Purusham Upayati. Parat Param. See, this word come like this. Para and Apara. Para Brahma, Apara Brahma. Or it can be taken other way also, Para and Apara. See, here, Para Param, not in the sense of Para Brahma, Apara Brahma. Not in the sense of Nirguna Brahma, Saguna Brahma. Here, Para, than the most exalted. Vidhi Hiranyagarbha. In the creation, Hiranyagarbha is the most exalted one. Prathamajaha, the first citizen, as it were. Of course, there are three Trimurtis: Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. But though they are wielding embodiment with specific name, specific form, specific location, just as Vaikuntha, Vishnu, Vaikuntha. Shiva, Kailasa, Brahma, Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, distinct. And yet, basically, they are in the category of Ishvara. They are not in the category of Jiva. Hiranyagarbha and his gross counterpart, Virata, are Jivas. In fact, you should study from Anubhuti Prakasha, wherein it says, aspiring for the post of Hiranyagarbha or Virat is penny-wise found foolish proposal. Very good description to develop Vairag. He says, how much upasanas, karma need to be taken for births together to be eligible to get that post. It says, compared to that, if only they develop Vairagya for the post only and work for Atma-dhyana, it's more easy. It's very interesting. You read that. By this. Go to website, turiyaboda.com. Anubhuti Prakash is a worth studying book. Simple language. Vidyarman is the teacher, Pakka teacher. He anticipates doubt in the mind of the mumukshu or the student, and before asking answers and goes. See, Bhashyakara, his job was different. To establish the tattva. This is the final truth. By pointing out the drawbacks in other way of thinking. He has no leisure or he has no arena to take into account the difficulties of a student. A student means mumukshu. The difficulties of mumukshu and how he has to overcome it. No. In places like Vivek had done, but mainly like Prasthanda Bhashya. He can't do. He is bound by certain rules, regulations. But Vidyarman had a free hand. So he takes, that's why they're called, what is called Prakarana Granthas. Topic-wise treatises. You take a topic and thoroughly analyze so that the mukshu can inquire on those guidelines and by prepared mind discover for oneself the truth. So from that standpoint, Anubhuti Prakasha, 20 chapters, commentary on 12 Upanishads, is very, very, very useful. Make it a point in course of time to study it. It is freely available on website turiyaboda.com. Free download in PDF form is available there. So, of course, some hard prints are available, bulky 4 volumes. So, Vidwan. So, that Vidwan is a Jnani. So, what is it does? Parat Param. What is Para? This Hiranyagarbha is Para. And Paramatma Tattva, Ishvara Tattva is more exalted in the final reality. Parat Param. Or Maya Shakti, Prakriti, the inner aspect that goes into the constitution of the Jagat, creation, Vishwa. So that is what Para, Parat Param. Even beyond that, even independent of that, not depending on Maya Prakriti. On the contrary, Maya Prakriti depends on Brahma. Parat Param, the most exalted. Other word for this is Para and Avara. Here is not that's not the phrase here, is Parat Param. The Para and Avara can be taken as Para Nirguna Brahma, Avara Saguna Brahma, or Para as the not Para, Avara as the Chaitanya Swarupa Atma available in the individual embodiment as a Jiva. And Avara is what? Paramatma Tattva, Ishvara, with his upadhis of Maya, etc. But here is Parat Param, the most exalted, more exalted, even the Prathamaja, first citizen, who? Hiranyagarbha. See, Hiranyagarbha is said to be the one who, the moment he is born, he gets knowledge. But for that, he has to work all these things. Whereas this Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, no doubt are wielding certain embodiment for the purpose of Srishti, Sthiti, and Laya as a deity, but in reality, they stand for Parabrahma Tattva, and one can propitiate them, not in terms of upadhis like a Kailasadipati Shiva, Vaikuntadipati Vishnu, Brahmalokvasi Brahma. No, Parabrahma Swarup itself. But it depends on your approach. Now here, a little confusion is there. In Purana, this was described. Certain Puranas describe Shiva as the Paramatma Tattva, with the rest, Vishnu, Brahma as the secondary. In some, Vishnu is described as the Paramatma Tattva, Shiva, Brahma secondary. In some, Brahma is described as the Paramatma Tattva, Shiva and Vishnu secondary. Not knowing this, human mentality, like what they call my cock. They know what is the my cock. In the olden days, in villages, they used to make the cocks fight between them. They used to tie in the leg of the cock a small knife type thing. They used to cut the throat of other one also. So while this fight going on, there are two parties. So everyone say my cock. Why we should go our cricket matches? This country against other country, or this team against other country. There are people who don't know ABCD of cricket play, but my country, my party. So that is these people, my Shiva, my Vishnu, my Brahma, and quarrel. Pity. And for which enough masala is available in the Puranas. This is what Shiva is meditating on, Rama, Vishnu. At other place, Vishnu is what? Propitiating Shiva, and he was offering the lotuses. 999 he offered, but 1000 got disappeared. And then what he does? He removes his eyes and offers a Netra Kavala. And he gets what he said about Sudarshana. These are available, and they pick up what is convenient to them, forget other things as well. It's not so. That's why I say Shastra means what is required is Mimamsa. You can't pick up just one statement from here and then, this is the final. You can't say. See, as far as your bhakti is concerned, you take any name and any form and totally stick to it, impervious of other things. You will progress, of course, provided your dharmacharana is there and you are free from desires, including Kailasa, Goloka, Vishnuloka, Vaikuntha, Brahmaloka, including for that. Then Ishvara will take, Bhagavan will take care, whatever name is there. That's fine. But my dear sir, because of that greatness of the sadhana, the what bhakti, you can't say whatever you are devoted to, others are wrong. No. Just as Shastra has given you this name and this form for your propitiation, lokaha bhinna ruchayaha. People have a different taste for others have been given. So therefore, be very careful. No devotee devoted to any name and form should never condemn other name and form, never look down other name and form, but know for certain the Paramatma Tattva, the Bhagavad Tattva, which I adore and propitiate with this name and form, is the same one invoked by others in other name and form. Some devotees can't tolerate such statements. How can you say, it's all the one and the same, but this thing, no, my one is the right one. Like Vishnu or a Krishna or whoever, Shiva or whoever, they're the only one. Others are not correct. This is because of lack of mimamsa. As I told you, bhakti is great. You can go through because why? Do you know why? If you are sincere, there is a built-in safety device. Who is that? Bhagavan himself. He will take care of everything. But when you try to philosophize and ascertain the tattva, the real nature of Bhagavan, my dear sir, you have to take into account entire Adhyatma Shastra, beginning from Vedas, especially here Upanishads, and all Ramayana, Mahabharata, Itihasa, Puranas. You take it into account. So therefore, and what is the Tatparya? For example, those who propitiate Krishna, of course, for them, Bhagavata is the main text. That doesn't mean Bhagavat is a superior and other Puranas are inferior. Nimna. No, it's not that way. If only they study Bhagavata in thorough, they'll find the Tatparya of Upanishads. Jiva, Brahma, Aikya is there. This word is used there. Brahmatma, Aikya. Advaya, used there. Bhagavata. And you try to twist and turn and give that your own meaning which you already concluded. And then what? This is the real meaning. Others are what? That is what they call preferences of others, etc. is not correct. So here, parat param. So that one should, a devotee has to be very careful. As far as sadhana is concerned, go ahead. Bhagavan will take care. But if you try to philosophize on this, it's not correct. For example, in Puranas, 10 Puranas, see, not 10 Puranas have described Shiva as the Paramatma Tattva. Of course, others are subservient. In 4 Puranas, Vishnu has been described as the Paramatma Tattva, Bhagavan, etc. In 2 Puranas, Brahma has been described as the Bhagavat Tattva. And then one like Vayu, Ganesha, etc. There are many like that. See the style of Purana. Puranas are eager to make you give as easy path as this. One more thing. This some people quote, especially followers of Bhagavata. Vyasa was not satisfied with all those from the compilers of Vedas, Upanishads, etc. And when he wrote Bhagavata, he was satisfied. Why was he not satisfied? Please make it a point. Not that Vyasa thought, Ayo, all that I have done so far is wrong. I have not got the correct one. And with Bhagavata, I got the correct one. No. He knows what the truth is, but he was not happy because the sadhanas given there and those who can take to the study and get benefited are few. All are not capable of taking to that. From that standpoint, he felt bad that I have failed in my duty to provide a more and more easy path. The reason, never take it that what was this got the wrong, etc. Entire Upanishad will go wrong afterward. And Upanishad from whom? Parameshwara. Parameshwara will go wrong. So from that standpoint, so Narada comes and tells, hey, this is what it is. Because in the Leela of Krishna, something unique is available, which fascinates the mind. Make best use of it and develop devotion, which is not in the other Puranas. Though they give simpler one, but not like this. So from that standpoint, Bhagavata is saying, but if you really study Bhagavata with an unbiased mind, unprejudiced mind, you find that Advaya Brahma Sarupa is the Satyam Param Dhimahi. The Satyam describes the Ashraya, Adhisthana. This word is used there. See, Bhagavata, in that one place Bhagavata said, it describes 10 topics. I can't give you all this in detail. The final one is Ashraya. This word is used, Ashraya. Basis, resort. And that Ashraya is the Adhisthana basis for Chit Swarupa. Available in Bhagavata itself. Taught by Narada himself. Taught by Anvaya Vyatireka Vishnu himself, the Chatushloki Bhagavata. But because of prejudiced mind, you conclude something else, and afterwards, anything and everything, these people have got a ready answer to justify what they have concluded. Not investigating what the truth is. This is where all the problems start. So, even Bhagavata should be totally the open mind. So that is how. This is as far as Tattva Jnana is concerned. Knowledge of Tattva of Paramatma, Bhagavan, Bhagavat Tattva, Paramatma Tattva is concerned. Bhakti as sadhana, yes, go ahead with open mind, not with your total commitment to the Daivata that you are taken. But know this, the style of Upanishads, style of Itihasa, Purana, Ramayana, Mahabharata, etc., Shivarasya, Itihasa, style of Puranas. So don't pick up one thing from here and then generalize it. Not. So especially these, in Shastra itself, many things are there. One is praised, other is secondary is shown. We should know the word, the truth. So here, Parat Param, even most exalted, superior to Hiranyagarbha. And he that Purusham. We have seen this word Purusha, another problem here. These so-called devotees, the moment the word Purusha is used anywhere, they say what? Embodiment. With Nama Rupa. See that? Means that they are not ready to accept the meaning of Purusha from Upanishad. Other, this is true. Purusha is for an embodiment. Sri Purusha. But not from that standpoint. Purusha is a technical term. Purnatvat Purusha. Purau Ushati iti Purusha. One is Purna. Purna means full, means what? Ananta. Free from Desha Parichinta, Kala Parichinta, Vastu Parichinta, which can be only Chaitanya, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. Also called Chandogya as Bhuma. Anything else is what? Parichinna, Apurna. Anything Parichinna by Desha Kala Vastu is subject to destruction, is a source of sorrow. Purnatvat Purusha is a Purna, Ananta, totally free from all limitation. So that is on the Chandogya says. What is it? Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. Opposite it. Alpe sukham nasti. What is alpa? Alpa means little. What do you mean little? Apurna. What that is? Limited by desha kala parichinta. Sukham nasti. There is no true happiness at all. If at all it appears that it is borrowed from what? Bhuma only. And remember, this is the teaching received by none other than Narada from Sanat Kumar, Chandogya, 7th chapter. Does he not know what is that Bhuma Purna means Advaya Brahma? They're quoting. See, for sadhana, bhakti highlighted. Narada, you can't say, what a great devotee. That doesn't mean you can philosophize like this. If you are not ready to investigate, left to you. Of course, if truly dharmic and nishkama, bhakti for the sake of Bhagavan only is there. Bhagavan will take care, no doubt about that. But that is not a license, however great a devotee may be, to philosophize the tattva, the ultimate reality, the swarupa of Jiva Jagat Ishvara, what is called in Bhagavata as Ashraya, according to their whims and fancies. No. It has to be in harmony with what is the Tatparya of the Upanishad, Vedas, Purana, Itihasa, Smritis, etc. This is told in the Bhagavata. This is the Tatparya of Vedas. Brahmatmaika Advaya Swarupa. Please read Bhagavata properly with an open mind. Otherwise, let us remind ourselves, a prejudiced mind can go to any extent of absurdity without knowing what it is doing. Rule. So, Purusham, Purnatvat Purusha, the one who is, that's one thing. Other one, Purau Pushati the Purusha, one who abides in all beings. One and the same principle. Purau, Puri means city. What is city? Navadvare, Puredi, Ekadashadvara, or body. One who abides at Atma in all. I in all. That is Paramatma Tattva. Now, for example, can Krishna, as an embodiment, remain in all bodies? How can it contain Krishna's Swarupa? So that is what is the one principle that is everywhere said. Purusham, we have seen this. Purnatvat Purusha. Pura Ushati Purusha. That is what he said. What is it? Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishta. I am available in the Hridaya. What is the Hridaya? Antakarma of all the beings. Purusham, and it is Divyam. Divya, what is Divya? Jyotanatmaka. The very resplendent, self-luminous, self-knowing, self-experiencing principle, Chaitanya and Chaitanya only. This is not something new, Divyam, which was unfolded earlier in second Mundaka, first Khanda, Mantra 2. Divyo Yamurta Purusha Sabhabhyantaro Dhyaja Aprano Yamana Shubra Hi Aksharat Paratah Para. See, Nirupadika. So that Purusham Upaiti. Upaiti means Abhedena Prapnoti. Discovers it to be the Swarupa. Now, praise of this Brahma Jnana. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Nora Brahma. See, Nora Brahma means what? You are aware of Brahma as it is. Without being aware as it is, you can't be knower. See, when you're hungry, you know you are hungry. How? You are directly aware of hunger in you. And to be aware of it as it is, we call it experience. You are angry. You know, your mind is in such and such condition, anger. You are aware. You are experiencing that. So also here, that is Upaiti. As he is aware that this is my Swarupa. That is what it is. Experience, but with difference. Other experiences or other types of knowledge are through the instruments of Antakarana, Manabuddhi, etc. Here it is not so. It is Swayam Jyoti, Swaprakasha, self-evident knowledge principle, self-evident experience principle. That is how he discovers. Now this Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. Brahmavid, Brahmajnani becomes, means discovers another Brahma. It is now described. Sayoha vai tat paramam Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati Nasya Brahmavid Kule Bhavati Tarati Shokam Tarati Papmanam Guha Grantibhya Vimukta Amrita Bhavati. This is what Brahmajnani becomes, means discovers himself is so. Saha yaha havai. Anyone, sahaya, not only humans, not only devas, not only rishis, not only manushas, any entity. But what is that? Etat paramam brahma veda. Has got the sakshatkar, direct knowledge of this Brahma, which was unfolded so far in this Upanishad, in this teaching. Veda. That person, Brahma eva bhavati. Verily becomes Brahma means he discards oneself to Brahma only. Nothing short of Brahma is. That's one and the same principle. Now comes a praise of this knowledge. Asya kule abrahmavid na bhavati. In his family, literally, in his lineage, abrahmavid. Brahmavid is Brahmajnani. No Brahmavid, not a Brahmajnani, is Ajnani. No bhavati, no one is born. Now, what is Kula here? It depends on the individual. It can be Shishya, Prashishya, Parampara. The lineage of disciples and their disciples like that. Or is a Rishi, etc. He has got a family, he is married, his wife is there, in that Kula. So, Abrahmavid, Ajnanis are not born. So they praise. Means the greatness of this knowledge such that, so surely they will become what? Brahmajnanis only. Like that, no? They say, the child of a seasoned musician, when it cries in Saptaswara only, they say. Like that. From the childhood, on the lap of this musician, it what learns. Means opportunities to gain Brahmajnana from such a person are very, very great. The praise cannot be taken very much literally. What is called as Arthavada. Arthavada is either a praise or a censure to highlight and drive home a point. Like our modern days salesmanship. This method is adopted in the Vedas, Upanishads also to drive home the certain truth in the mind of mumukshus or even devotees also. But what is the final result? Tarati shokam Tarati papman. See here, one point comes. See, you are telling that this Brahmadhyani, Vimuktaha, Parat Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam, as told in the earlier mantra. See, but one thing, in the world, we find what is called as, see, Shreyasi Aneka Vignaha. In any good endeavor, there are many obstacles. And you are telling, by gaining this knowledge, he gets freed from samsara. How is it possible? There are many things. Raga, Dvesha, and all those things are there. Maybe by this avidya is gone, but only because avidya is gone, everything is gone. Why? Burudane we find that is devatas. You know, devatas, like presiding deities. They say they don't encourage human to become a jnani. And if anyone tries, they bring obstructions. You know why? If this person becomes jnani, the wake of knowledge will give up karmas. If he gives karma, who is going to get, from whom we are going to get ahutis, yajna yagas? They will not do anything. So therefore, they bring obstruction in the path of this. This is not totally true. Analyze. It is the case of those people whose vairagya is not strong. If vairagya is strong, and one is saying, even devatas are totally incapable of depriving any individual from Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, and resultant moksha. Is thoroughly analyzed as such, but such statements are there in Mundakopanishad. Devatas may obstruct. No, sir. The entire problem is centered on avidya only. Once avidya is gone, Brahma Swarupa only reveals. And not only that, do you know who is this now discovered? He has discovered himself to be the Atma, the I in all these devatas. See who he is now? Not at some Tom, Dick, Harry. He is the Atma in all. Even devatas are too incapable. And that's why the one who knows Brahma becomes Brahma only. And is a praise that no Ajnani is born in their Vansha. As a result, Tarati Shokam, Tarati Papmanam. So he gets freed from Shoka, sorrows, that mental affliction because of separation from Ishta, desired thing. In fact, in Chandogya, 7th chapter, it is Narada who goes to Sant Kumara. Soham Bhagavat Shochami, Shokasya Param Tarayatu. Oh Bhagavan, I am that Narada. So, you know what he meant by that? He was past master in many vidyas. All not PhDs, postdoctoral, including dance, this, that. If any one vidya makes us, he can mint money. With all this knowledge, Shochami, I'm in sorrow. Please help me cross over. Now Tumara asks, come on, what all you had learned? You have learned except what needed to be learned. But he finds, Sant Kumara finds Narada not yet mental, not yet ready in terms of preparation of the mind. He leads him step by step by upasanas. At the final level, he reveals Bhuma. And earlier, Narada says, O Bhagavan, I've heard Atmavit Shokam Tarati. From great Mahatmas like you people, I've heard that Atmajnani crosses over the Shoka. Please teach me. Narada, okay? Same Narada who is the Param Bhakta of Vishnu later. So, Bhuma, Brahma Vidya, Advaita Jnana is not at cross with Bhakti. Such Jnani only can be a true Bhakta, which Bhagavan himself has told in Bhagavad Gita. 4 types of Bhaktas are there. The last one, Jnani, he is the one who is most exalted in all. So get rid of this wrong notion of what? Advaita Jnana and Bhakti being at loggerheads. It is not so, except some prejudiced minds or so. There will be some people who not knowing what Advaita Vedanta is, might have criticized Bhakti also. That was possible, both ways. But Ubhavtavana Vijaneta, neither those people who criticize Bhakti know what. People who criticize Advaita Jnana also know not what. So proper, what is that? Mimamsa, the analysis is necessary. And if you are sincere, Bhagavan will certainly guide you. But don't pose yourself as a Sarvatya. What I said is correct. Leave it to Bhagavan. He will take care of it. He will guide you. What is the truth? So, Tarati Shokam. So, solution to the Shoka is what? This knowledge only, Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana only. And Tarati Papmanam. He crosses over the Papa. Your Papa is both Papa and Punya. Because Papa Punya, the karphalas, are the cause for future transmigration. So he gets freed from Papa and Punya. And Guha Grantibhyaha Vimukta Amrutaha Bhavati. So he is Vimuktaha son, being totally freed from Guha Granthi. So what is other called as what? That is Hridaya Granthi. Hridaya Granthi is Atma Anatma Adhyasa. Attributing the features of Anatma to Atma and features of Atma to Anatma. And then with such identification, suffering the sorrows of samsara, or what is called as Hridaya Granthi is otherwise avidya, kama, karma, vasana, which keep you continued in the samsara sagar. subjecting you the transmigration in terms of janma, marana, janma, marana, janma. So vimukta, totally freed. Why vimukta? Because temporarily you get freed to the sleep. Avidya is there. Otherwise, free from other sorrows. That's not of you. Because again, it's stuck. So once forever gets totally freed, never to return to samsara in terms of birth. Amrutaha bhavati. So Amrutaha bhavati means discovers himself to be Amrita Swarupa, means the one who is deathless, ever existent. So, Paramatma Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. So which was told earlier, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, Chidyante Sarva Samshaya, etc. So this is what finally he discovered. Now here comes the Upasamhara. Last two mantras. So conclude the Upanishad. The teacher concludes the teaching. We'll see next time. And after this is over, next time will be over, I will be taking afterwards Kaivalyopanishad. Kaivalyopanishad. You can get the text, maybe Ramakrishna Mission publication, maybe there is translation. For now, internet, you get many things as such. So Kaivalya is a small text, Upanishad, but very intense in its teaching. The Swarupa description will be taken there. Next time, this will be ORS.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।